Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy Game Nado back with another video. So today's video is on a different topic than the usual. So today we're doing a hands-on review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. So this phone dates back to 2013 when it was first released. So we're gonna be test out if this phone still holds up in 2021 and whether you should buy it or not. So without wasting any further time, let's just dive right into the video. So we're gonna talk about the specs now. So this phone has a glass front, which is Gorilla Glass 3, a plastic back and a plastic frame. So it has a Super AMOLED display, which is pretty great, and it came in two variants of its processor, which is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 and the Exynos 5420 Octa. So it has three variants of its memory, which is 3 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of ROM, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of ROM, and 3 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of ROM. So now we're going to talk about the camera. So let me open up the camera real quick. So this camera is 13 megapixel front, 13 megapixel back camera and 2 megapixel front camera, which was pretty great back in the day. And talking about the battery now, so this phone has a Leon 3200 mAh battery, which is pretty decent and not very good and not very bad. So I'm going to show you one other thing. So this phone has a removable battery, which is pretty rare now. I mean, it's pretty much gone now. So this phone's back come off just like that, and you can remove the battery anytime you want to. And I'm gonna put the back on. So, being a Note phone, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 had another thing, which is the Samsung Galaxy S Pen. So, the S Pen is a pretty great thing to have in a phone, and it comes pretty handy. But we're going to talk about it later on in the video. So, now we're going to test out some games on this phone. So, the game we're going to test out is the Temple Run one. So, let's boot up our game and see how it goes. So, it is booting up right now, as you can see, and it sure is taking a while, and it booted up, but it took a while. Even Temple Run 1 took like 10-15 seconds to boot up on this device, which is pretty bad in my opinion. And this game brings a lot of memories to me because I used to play it all the time as a kid, and I once swiped, but I don't know how I fell down. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. So even Temple Run 1 isn't running very smoothly. It was like 20 to 30 frames per second. So I wouldn't recommend this phone for gaming. So now let's see the software and stuff in the settings menu. And the UI is so old. Let's see what Android is it running. So it is running the Android 4.4.2 as you can see, which is pretty old. It is like 2013 software. So now we're gonna check out the S Pen. So we're gonna do some sketching with it or do some drawing with it on the sketchbook app which came pre-installed in the phone. So I drew something before and I'm gonna clear that up real quick. So we're gonna do a new project and draw something. So let me change the colors and the radius of the strokes. We're gonna go for the black or blue color. So let's draw something. So the S Pen works pretty well as you can see. It is a bit delayed, but it's usable. Even for today's standards, the S Pen has always been a special thing in my opinion. I really like the S Pen a lot. So that's it for the S Pen. So I would suggest to not buy this phone in 2021 as it is pretty old and pretty slow in my opinion, and it is very unusable in 2021 because you can't do anything on it. So in the end, I would not recommend to buy this phone because it is very old and slow. So until next time, this is your boy Rehan. Peace out.